Volume is another big part of this unit. So if you're struggling with volume or you're almost there, just need a tiny bit more practice, then let's think through it. So we need to find the volume of the prism in cubic centimeters. Okay, we have all of our measurements. So the formula for finding volume, which you can find on any reference chart, is volume equals a capital B times height. Okay, so we need to think about the difference. Why is this capital B different from when we did area? Okay, remember this means we're finding the area of the base. So capital B means that whole base, not just one length, times the height. You could also just think of this for this prism as your volume equals the base of your shape times the height of this shape. Okay, because this is like a square. If I took it away from everything, actually be a rectangle, little 2D rectangle, times the height of your prism. Okay, so this is your area formula, and then we're going to add that extra dimension to make it volume. So you're going to be doing a side times a side times a side. Volume for this year, since we're only doing rectangular prisms, all you need to do is multiply all three sides. Okay, when you multiply, it doesn't matter what order you multiply in. You can multiply in any order, but for future years and future reference, you need to find the area of your base, so you'd multiply these two times the height of the prism. Okay, all right, so we'll talk about, let's plug it in. Volume equals, what's the area of our base? So that capital B, the area of our base times height. What is 2 times 4.2? Go ahead and solve. All right, I'm going to put the larger number on top, 4.2 times 2. Solve and see what you get. Okay, let's check. I know 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. I have one decimal point in my problem, so I'm going to move it 1 over in my answer. So far, I have 8.4 for my area of the base. So this is going to be 8.4 times my height of 7.4. And like I said, really you can multiply these in any order. If I flip my shape over, that would really be the base. Where it is now, I have this shaded because that's the base that I'm implying, but it's technically resting on this bottom. So you could call this a base length and this a base width, and then this the prism height. Okay, all three of these, it depends on which face it's sitting on. You just need to multiply all three. Okay, so lastly, 8.4 times 7.4. All right, let me scoot over. 8.4 times 7.4. Go ahead and solve. All right, let's check. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 1 is 33. All right, I'm moving over one place value, so I'm going to add one placeholder 0. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 2 is 58. Okay. When I add it up, make sure whenever you multiply that you have everything lined up underneath. So my 6 and my 0 equals 6. 3 plus 8 is 11. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 8 is 12. 5 plus 1 is 6. All right. And lastly, 6,216 would be a ridiculous number given 8 times 7. So let's double check our decimals. In our problem, we have them moved over 2. So in my answer, I'm going to scoot it over 2. And my answer would be 62.16 cubic centimeters. All right. If you still have questions on how to find volume, please raise your hand and ask.